Okay, so this is the end of the day, and I cleaned up the brooder again. It was so heavy, it was full of sand, and it actually seemed like all the food that they kicked around acted like a litter. So after I put it back, it was just so bare, it was black, right? So I thought, oh man. I'm actually planning on this light. It's now at, when it's on, I just turned it off for a minute. This is the new aspen shavings that I got here, a great big one. And there's a big Quail Ranch here. I got the netting up, and these guys are getting big. I put them in the box just, while I was cleaning out the cage for less than 5 minutes. I did it super quick, and they're too big for the box. It's 12 of them. So anyways, it's getting to the point where I'm gonna say, I'm turning this light on in a minute, and it's the end of day. So I've got plans to, they're at about 80 degrees now. So I think tomorrow, no, I'll keep it at 80. I have some new quail coming, and it's hot summer now. These guys are not going outside, they're just going in this larger area with a bunch of the aspen shavings, and then the new ones will be with this light in the center. So these guys will still have a warm, very warm room, and so they should be fine. I'm not putting them out for a couple of weeks yet outside, so I'm making plans for that. And we do live in the city, so we contacted Mark, who gave us some of our quail, and they were the healthiest quail. They were outdoor quail. Some of the quail, they were just in basements in small cages. Others were just in small cages in garage. There was one in a small cage in an apartment, and they fed it cat food. I didn't really realize, since this is just the first time I'm doing it, that these were almost, well, at least the cat food quail were almost like rescue quails. Borderline. I didn't think of it like that really, but it's not good. Like, that's too much protein. That's not a good diet. So anyways, so Mark also gave us just a variety of quail, very healthy, all of them. But there's the 3 males that call to each other quite often, and we asked him if he would like to take them back. Now, that's been a year. When we first got them, a variety of them, we didn't know whether they were male or female. Didn't really know how to tell, and we just had too many males. We had kind of problems from having too many males, and just forming an idea about how I'm going to do this, what I'm going to do, what's my purpose in this. And he says his brother, okay, when we called him back to ask for another hen or two, a few weeks after we got the quail, it was so sad. He told us that his outdoor quail pen had been raided by rat and killed almost every one of them. So that was so sad. So he couldn't. But when we called him back now, we wondered if he was back into the quails, if he, was up and running. And he said his brother's doing it. So we are to take a picture of the triplets. The best thing about these quail that he gave us, these triplets, they do not fight. They're very good natured. I would say they're breeders. We're making sure. I mean, they had light. They had a game food, and we gave them super worms. So that was really for breeding. And yeah, the girls fed on a very high diet to proteins, so that, and grit and everything, so that they can make really good, lots of extra goodies and things, so that they can make really good eggs. But I'm looking to make a hen pen. So when these ones start to call individually, we will identify the males, and there's a few people that will take them. So some people want to eat them, and one through my niece that's coming back, what day is it? Tomorrow. She says she knows people too. So there's various people, and we'll see what we can do. So this is the last time that I'm going to clean the brooder pen, because they're actually going to be out in this larger area, and then the new ones will be in. Not yet. They're going into lockdown tomorrow. Then it's 3 days later they'll be born, so I'm going to keep these guys under the heat, just lowering it very gradually, but in about 5 days or so, maybe 4, they're going to be out in this pen around the heat. So I'm saying good night. Good night to you. You're beautiful.